Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, January 29th, 2026. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. The Ice Age continues. Hey, our Boomer Trivia continues with more rock and roll trivia. What British invasion band of the mid-60s were notably influenced by J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings trilogy? You want to hang tight? We're going to have that answer for you in a few minutes, but now we do have a bunch of news, so let's get right into it, shall we? The Annapolis police are investigating the death of an adult woman who was found unresponsive Wednesday afternoon on a hiking trail near the tennis courts at Truxtun Park. Police were called at 2:30 on January 28th, and preliminary information indicates that she may have slipped on ice and later died from exposure during the extreme cold temperatures. Her identity has not been released pending notification of next of kin, and police do say that no foul play is suspected. Anyone who sees a person in distress due to the cold is urged to call 911. The city's 24-hour warming center is operating at the Pitt Moyer Rec Center. That's at 273 Hilltop Lane, and is expected to remain open through at least Monday, February 2nd. All right, let's talk about snow response. Anne Arundel County and the city of Annapolis are moving closer to normal operations as winter storm cleanup does continue. In Anne Arundel County, government offices return to normal hours today with liberal leave and telework in effect. Trash and recycling remain on the temporary schedule. Tuesday goes to Thursday, Thursday goes to Friday, and Friday goes to Saturday. And yard waste will not be collected. Senior activity centers will remain closed, as will libraries. Schools have gone virtual today and tomorrow, and I expect probably Friday, but you want to wait for the official word from Bob on that. In Annapolis, plowing has shifted to neighborhood streets and ice removal, with crews working daylight hours only to navigate narrow roads and park cars more safely. Snow emergency routes are complete, they say. Connector roads and neighborhood streets are still in progress, and the city is aiming to have the streets safe and passable by Saturday. Free garage parking at city garages has been extended until 4 p.m. on Sunday, February 1st. Residential sidewalk enforcement remains suspended. Commercial sidewalk cleaning is being enforced, and trash and recycling are running on that shifted schedule with no bulk pickup. The Pitt Moyer Auxiliary Gym continues as the warming center through February 2nd, and transit service is operating with posted schedules. Well, this week was supposed to be the live restaurant week up there at the casino, but Mother Nature had other plans, and, well, it did happen, but it was kind of a dud. So the good news for you is that Live Restaurant Week at Live Casino and Hotel Maryland has been extended due to the weather, with fixed-price multi-course dinner menus now running February 1st through the 5th. The promotion features price-fixed dinners at 4 restaurants: David's Restaurant and Bar for $59, Luck Foo for $39, Sports and Social Maryland for $35, and the Prime Rib for $65. Reservations are recommended, especially for the Prime Rib and David's. And if you want to check out some of the dishes, we did a sneak peek a while ago, so you can check that out at eyeonannapolis.net. A new opinion piece from Ward 8 resident and business owner Will Cunha uses President John F. Kennedy's 1962 moonshot speech as a comparison point for what he sees as Annapolis's current crossroads. Cunha argues that the city has developed a culture of no, where the residents and entrepreneurs are often discouraged by complex rules, long approval processes, and decision-making that he says can be driven more by a small group of loud voices than by the broader community. He writes that the practical impact is that residents and business owners eventually stop trying to invest, improve properties, or launch new ideas because the obstacles feel too high. Cunha calls on the city leadership to shift toward a more forward-looking approach, one that listens more broadly, supports responsive innovation, and aims for a yes more often, even if Annapolis isn't literally trying to put anybody on the moon. You can catch that opinion piece at eyeonannapolis.net. And you want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this weekend. This one is really kind of special. We chat with Patty Slaughter from the Bernie House all about their programs and the upcoming gala that they've got on February 14th called Hearts and Hatters. And we also speak with Stephanie Canali, who is a great success story who just moved from a Bernie House home to her very own home that she just purchased. That does drop at noon on Saturday, so you want to be sure to catch that one over the weekend. In closing, one of the best ways to stay up to date on the local news is to receive the Daily News Recap email, which is sent out at 7 p.m. every single day. It is free. It is paywall free, and I've got a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up. And please feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Makerspace. As for that trivia, it was Led Zeppelin. Now you know where Misty Mountain Hop and the Battle of Evermore came from. All right, so now you just need to sit back because George Young is here with your Eye on Annapolis local weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute. All that's coming your way, so hang tight.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Thursday, January 29th. Sunny and very cold today and tomorrow as highs remain in the low to mid-20s each day, with AM lows tomorrow and Saturday mornings in the single digits. As for the weekend, very cold air will remain in place, and we will need to continue to watch all model guidance for a storm forming off the Carolina coast, which could potentially bring a little bit of additional snow to the region Saturday PM into Sunday. So stay tuned for more updates the next couple of days, with an eye on next week for temps to finally reach the freezing mark for the first time since the 23rd of January. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Makerspace in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. Makerspace is an Apple authorized premium service provider. Makerspace services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Makerspace is also an Apple authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Makerspace in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple authorized sales and service, and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Makerspace at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at makerspace.com. Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Somehow I missed a new business opening up on West Street. They're called the Resin Room. They have workshops where you can make custom serving boards, coasters, and other items out of wood, glass, and resin. Their Valentine's workshops are all sold out, but there might still be some Galentine's workshops available. Also check out their regular wood art and glass art workshops. And they're also available for private events. They're right across from Lighthouse Bistro. At Chesapeake Lightcraft in Annapolis, registration is open for a hands-on finishing class, learning about varnishing and painting, coming up on February 7th. At Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, today there's a comprehensive Learn to Knit class. Saturday there's a Saturday skills session with Intro to Cables. And then Sunday there's Socks 101. And registration is open for more color work, knitting and crocheting, socks, cardigans, and amigurumi classes, coming up in February, March, and April. At London Town Gardens down in Edgewater, Saturday check out how tea is made, exploring 6 different types of tea made from the same plant. At Art Farm in Annapolis, Sunday, they have yoga in the gallery. Monday, they have a watercolor for beginners 3-week workshop starting. Tuesday, there's a podcasting 101 for adults 4-week workshop starting. And Wednesday, there's first exposure photography for adults starting a 4-week class. And registration is open for their art bar, creative circle monthly meetup, sketch nights, and a watercolor pop-up workshop. And Art Farm's Kids Art Camps for winter are going full steam. There's a Kids Art School for ages 4 through 5 on Monday, a Kids Art School for grades 1 through 3 on Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, a Kids Art School for grades 4 through 6 on Tuesday and Wednesday, hand-drawn comics for grades 3 through 5 tonight and Wednesday. Saturday, there's fiber arts and mixed media for grades 4 through 6. And Wednesday, there's drawing and painting for grades 4 through 6. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Edgewater has the Perfect Science Fair Valentine's Day STEM and Circuits, reading from the Perfect Science Fair book series, then diving into hands-on STEM activities and making light-up Valentine's cards using simple circuits, LEDs, and copper tape. And also today, Bush Annapolis has a winter crafternoon. Saturday, Savannah Park has art afternoon, inspired by My Daddy is a Cowboy picture book. Deal has a crafternoon, celebrating National Day of Racial Healing. Discoveries has a do-it-yourself canning and pickling workshop. Rivera Beach has a Lego Create Challenge. And Odenton has their community quilt exhibit reception. On Monday, Bush Annapolis has musical instrument petting zoo with the U.S. Naval Academy Band, as well as mocktails and makerspace. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Engineers Constructive Play. Maryland City has a teen art club, and Broadneck has a paint night with a winter theme. And finally on Wednesday, Edgewater has Skeins and Stitches, and Savannah Park has a Lego Challenge. And over at Annapolis Makerspace, we pushed back our monthly meeting because of the snow and ice, so we rescheduled it for this Tuesday. Feel free to drop by to check out the shop. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
There are more than 500 pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County that need good homes, and they have so much to offer the rest of us. At Annapolis Subaru, we are committed to helping the SPCA see that these animals stay safe and healthy. All year long, Annapolis Subaru partners with the SPCA to host pet adoption events, sponsor vaccination clinics, and community events. We feature pets on our weekly Canines and Crosstreks podcast. Our associates and our Subaru customers show up in packs at the Walk for the Animals and Lights on the Bay events. You can help our SPCA find loving homes for these pets. Volunteer, donate, foster, read a book, scratch some ears, or rub some bellies. Show up for the pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.